Hi guys, it's me Karen, and I've come to do part 3 of this beautiful book here. We are working on the double page. We did the frog and cricket in the last one, along with the little cattails, and in the first one we did the ducks. We're going to work on the lily pads and the lily flowers down here. And if we have enough time in this particular video, we'll do either like the trees or some dragonflies or something to go with it. So I'll go ahead and get the camera set up to do a couple of these down here. We're going to do them and kind of bring some of this pink down in here along with some of the green that comes up and on the lily pads. So we're kind of just drawing some colors out of the ducks over the rest of the page because the ducks had to be done in those colors. So we're just going to take some of those out, put them in different areas. So like our dragonflies will probably be this kind of bluish turquoise color, and our butterflies will probably be purple. And we're going to bring those colors across the page. So right now I'll just get it set up so you can see the lily pad flowers, and we'll get working on those. Okay, and like all the other videos, I will tell you what pencils I am using, and then I will also leave them in the description box below. I have mixed the sets together, so I will also tell you the name the set comes out of, or the pencil comes out of which set. We're going to be using a Cobra Gold, which is CB32. We're going to be using Fancy Pink in the Cobra section, that is 43. The Scorpion Burgundy, which is 77, Lime Fruit, which is of the Scorpion, 29, and Olive Green, which is Scorpion, 62. So the flower is going to be done in the ranges of these here first. So we'll mostly be going in with the pink and then adding some of the gold down in the coloring here. The tips will be the darkest red, and these leaves that come up are going to be done in the greens. We'll actually bring a little green up into those flowers too. So we're just going to start with the light pink and get some of that down here. We don't want to go down too far, and we're going to leave our sun, which is up in that direction, coming down onto the flower this way. So the darkest on this side, kind of going in lightly on all the petals. Been getting a lot of questions on how I like these pencils. Don't want to go down too far on that side because we want some green in there. So far, I am liking them a lot. I am a Prisma girl, I guess as you can call it. I love my Prisma pencils. These are smooth. They're not as creamy as the Prismas, but they are very smooth. They're not hard, and they don't really crumble that much, which is nice. I'm going to darken some of these tips up with just a little bit of the burgundy. They blend together really well. I've noticed that you can layer these a lot more than the Prismas. When you are putting heavy pressure down on the Prismacolor pencils, they tend to get their little wax, sometimes to your advantage, sometimes not. Depending on how hard you're pushing, you get a wax bloom going on these. I noticed I can put a lot of pressure on and still go over and put more layers down without getting any wax bloom, which is really nice. I haven't used them enough to give you a great opinion on them, but I do like them a lot. They will not replace my Prismas if you're wondering that. But I will reach for these to color with. They're nice. Just going over all those colors again. I'm going to come in with some of the gold. I'm going to put it down in here. It's gold is going to be our kind of our creamy color. And we'll pull some of that down into these leaves. Okay, so we go back in with our light pink. Gonna keep turning the pencil and get on that sharpest point there and put a little more pressure to get it darker. And just kind of go over anything that you want blended in a little bit better with a real light touch. Okay, we're going to bring in the greens. Leave the pinks alone for a little bit. I'll come back with them. So we have lime fruit, which is a scorpion 29, and a olive green scorpion 62. So we're going to bring in some of that lime green here, right next to all that gold. Kind of put a harder pressure on that. It's a light color. Okay, then we're going to go in with the olive green down on the bottom and as a shadow. So we're just going to pull that right up into the lime green and gold. Go back in with the lime green, pushing a little harder on it this time, just to mix those up. And I think I'll bring in a little brown. I need to get the duster there. Now I think I'll bring in the Burgundy. It's kind of a brown. I want to bring in a little bit of a pinkish tone into the green. So we'll just do the tips on a few of these. And go through the flower again and darken those up. Gonna put some of that down to shadow these. Okay, basically that's what that's going to look like. I'll probably keep playing with it. Go back in with the gold. Pressing darker and going over every color. Making sure we get a nice blend. Boom. Okay, now all of these will be done the same way. I mean, they obviously don't all look that way, but they'll be done the same direction. We'll do this little guy up here, and then the rest of them will be the same pattern, just the pinks and the yellow, the gold, and burgundy. So you're just going to want to pick which ones you want to have a little green in it and which ones you want to have a little gold in it. On the other side, you will be putting the gold wherever the sun might be hitting it. Okay, the pink. This one's not quite open all the way, so we're going to put green on this one. Go in with the lime green, lime fruit, sorry. Bring it down into the lily pad too. Go in with a little olive, just where I want it darker. Right up into that pink. Take the pink in a little darker, and then I'll bring in the burgundy. And bring a little of that down there too. We're going to do this lily pad. We're going to bring some of that burgundy down in here where the stem meets the pad. Then we're going to go in with the olive. Kind of go out and around. Should really sharpen this one. I'll get to it. Okay, then we'll go in with the lime fruit. And I'm going to sharpen that olive. And then we're going to bring it back. So there, in and spread out that dark pink burgundy there just a little bit more. Just pull that up. We're going to bring in a little, let's add a darker color here. We're going to bring in Forest, which is a Cobra. I'm going to see how dark this gets. Yeah, we're going to do this around the edges. And back in here. The center of that lily pad to be darker. Didn't really want to bring in black, but I might have to do that too. Okay, back in with the olive. This is what I mean by layering up all these colors. There's no wax being pushed around or anything, which makes it really nice. Okay, let's see. Just put a little darkness around the edge down here on the bottom. Okay, and then we're going to get a little bit more of that, a little gold up here to brighten that corner up. Okay. If you think it got a little muddy in here, get out your eraser and you can just lighten up a little area here or there. Another nice thing about this is you can go back over that area with pencil. I just thought I'd show you that. So you can go right back over that and put down the lighter colors again. Go over it and put in the pink again. Get the cream in there. Go back over it with the Burgundy. And the greens. I did a little of that with the frog. I like how that gave it kind of a texture on the lily pad. I'll show you the frog in his spots. Let me get the pencil off my eraser so I don't contaminate the picture, but in the little bumps I went in and tapped it down a little bit with the eraser in some areas, and then just went back in. I think I used a brown on this one, so I'll just grab chocolate brown and just went in and kind of left some of that bumping in there. Just giving it a little texture. So just lightly going over it. So I did that on him, on his little bumps. And I also put a little of the Burgundy down here, just a line of it, and blended it. So it came a little more pink, like the bills of the ducks. Okay, so that is how we're going to do the lily pads. I believe this is a lily pad flower here, because the little guys kind of look like it. So I'm going to do that the same colors, the peach and the pinks and everything. So we're going to do the peach on the inside here. We'll do a little bit on this side. Then we'll take in the pink. Okay, bring it in on this one. That's the olive green. I want the lime green. What did I do with it? Lime fruit. The olive. Just making the shadows there. Then go back in with the lime fruit and kind of go over all of that. Okay, bring in some of the Burgundy. Just kind of little strokes in light. Kind of bringing it in from the center, and I'm kind of drawing some extra lines. Go back in with the pink. Okay. We can bring in a little black. I'm going to bring in a black Prismacolor. Just gonna darken that line up a little bit that I put in, giving a little more definition to the petals. And we'll add a few little lines down here, just tiny ones. Add a little bit on the leaves. A bit here. In the center, since we colored in it, and we're going to want it, what color are the centers of the lilies? Kind of an orangey color. I'm going to bring in my eraser again, and we're just going to take out the color in some of those little things that I colored in pink. And then we're going to put the gold, or let's see, what else do we have? We've got honeycomb, might be a little too dark, but we do have the mustard. That'll bring down some color of the ducks there too, so we'll throw the mustard in there. Because I think that's the only one we see the beginning of. I'm going to throw some of that mustard, just a touch, coming into the flower too. Some in the stem. And then we'll add some over here on this one, both in these leaves and up there in the gold. And this little guy up here. You add it in one spot, you kind of got to go add it in others. There we go. So we kind of have a start there of our little flowers. And what I'm going to do is pause it here, finish off the rest of the lily pads. Oh, wait a minute, I might not have time for that. Maybe we'll do one of these little guys here. I'm on a tight schedule today. I have to go to my mother-in-law's house and help her put her living room back in order. Still have Christmas decorations over there that I'm still working on to get put back under her stairs downstairs in the basement. And I still have boxes all over the place, so trying to do this as a quick little video here. I want to do this little guy here, so we're going to bring over some colors. I'm going to bring in the teal, or the turquoise, some of that blue. So that's the galaxy blue, the forget-me-not, and blue heaven, or haven, whichever way you want to pronounce it. So the blue heaven is a Scorpion Pencil 51, forget-me-not is Black Widow 107, Galaxy Blue Scorpion 11, and the turquoise is Scorpion 30. So these are the colors that we used kind of here on the duck. So we're going to use that here on the dragonfly. Bring some of that blue over to the side of the page. So we are going to start with the galaxy blue. Put that on his body. And remembering the sun is right above him, so he's going to get the sun right on top of his body here. He's still nosy. Okay, we'll get his body done first. Then we'll go in with the forget-me-not. Okay, then we're going to bring in the turquoise. Well, I'll go ahead and put in the lightest color. What is that one? The blue heaven. We'll leave a little line there. The turquoise will take over if I let it. It's a really pretty color. I like that one a lot. Okay, so the turquoise is going to go on this side. Kind of bring it down into the other color. Tip of that in his nose. And tiny little feet here. Go back in with the galaxy blue and darken this side a little bit. And then the blue heaven here. We'll go around and just bring all those colors together. Okay, his wings are going to start off the darkest color, so this is the galaxy blue. I'm going to have to get a darker color in there. Just bring it down and around. Same on the other side. Just kind of lightly pull that out. Very light touch. Okay, then we'll go in with the Forget-Me-Not. Let's go over all of that. And then the lightest one, the Blue Heaven, going over all of it. And then we'll throw a little turquoise in there. Okay, and then we're going to throw in a little bit of the mustard, if I can find out where I put that one. Mustard here. Kind of putting a heavier pressure on that so we'll get the color to come through. Anywhere we didn't put color before. We're going to take a little bit of, what do we have here? I want a darker color. Zephyr blue. It's a black widow. Let's see if we can get this darker down here around the base, our body. And just tracing up the lines and giving it a little bit of a shadow there. I'm going to take a little black and I'm going to bring in the prism of black again. And we're just going to go around the body here on this side. Just to darken that one up. Go up on these lines. Bring it down a little into the wing. Just going to darken them up a little bit more. around this side of the body too. Bring back in the Zephyr blue and kind of blend that black out. And then a little of the other blue. What do I do with my blues? Galaxy blue. There. So, got one of our little dragonflies done. And I'll see if I can't get this little guy done up here. And that'll probably be the last part of the video. I'm going to put the turquoise in this area just because it's a little different than the other dragonfly. Okay, then we're going to do the blue on the bottom wings. I'm going to have to decide if I want the blue up here, so I'm going to find it. The galaxy blue first. Yeah, why not? Bring that up here. And the sun is over on that side, so it'll hit him on this side of the body, so the dark has to go on this side. And then we'll go lighter. On the other side, so we'll put the turquoise on this side real quick, and then I can get the rest of the colors. This isn't a very wide body here, so sorry. I guess this didn't film when I colored him, but I colored him the same way. I just put some of the teal up here on this wing with the black, and put in the yellow down on the bottom, a little bit in his tip of his tail. I thought it was filming. We're just going to finish it up though, because I have to finish the coloring here. So this is just the blue heaven. I'm going to go darker here. Just going to pull all that color down. Sorry, having a little bit of problems with this phone today. Just gonna get all those white line parts filled in, and I find going over it with the lightest Pencil is my best option. Don't want the white page showing through. So I'm putting pretty heavy pressure on this. Then we're just going to go across the body here. Make sure these guys are blended well. Okay. Hopefully I had that in camera. I'm sorry if I did not. So we have this much of the page done so far. Looking pretty good. So we've kind of brought the blue from the ducks up into the dragonflies. And we have the pink coming down into the flowers. I didn't get the rest of these done, but I will do them off camera. I will take a picture of the lily pads all done. His lily pad's going to be the same as the bottom part of this. They're all going to be done that way. The flowers are going to be done this way. And then we have to work on these flowers on another video, along with the water, mountains, trees, blah, blah, blah. I mean, there's a lot going on in this picture, and it's going to take a little while. Thanks, guys, for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in, I guess that'll be part 4 is the next one. Thanks again for watching. If you like these kind of videos, give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, feel free to do so. If you have, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you in part 4. Take care, everyone. Bye now.